Meghan Markle has sparked major concern over an alarming detail on her As Ever website. And now is she blaming Netflix for it all? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Megxie has sparked major concern over an alarming detail on her As Ever website. And now is she blaming Netflix for it all? Sure seems that way. Let me show you the information. You guys can decide for yourselves. Now, here initially it was reported on Sky News. Quote, "It's not going to make her lots of money. Meghan Markle's lifestyle business woes exposed as new wine fails to sell out." And so her brand remains aimless despite the huge cash injection that she'll have inevitably got from Netflix. And whilst Megxie has publicly boasted of selling out of her spreads, because they're not jams, all right? They're not even preserves, they're spreads, okay? And selling out of her wines as well in the past, there's been no hard data about how many units she's actually sold. Now, as of this Monday just gone, Megxie's wines, including the Sauvignon Blanc that she released recently, are still available for purchase with no indication that they're running out of stock. Jars of her orange marmalade and herbal teas are still also in stock. And whilst Megxie, they say, has attempted to recast herself as a royal turned businesswoman, it's understood that funding for her As Ever venture is primarily coming from Netflix. And now in an interview that she did with Bloomberg in August, she confirmed that Netflix is the sole backer for her brand. And she says the following, quote, "I thought that it would be great just to build out my own team and really do it purely on my terms. But then I also would say Netflix made a really compelling sell." Now, according to a source who spoke to the Daily Mail, Megxie is now lost about how to scale As Ever, where to go from here, and has yet to see a significant profit due to the terms of the Netflix investment. The source saying, quote, "At the moment she is literally lost because the whole jam-making business did not work out in the way that she thought it would. Nobody has seen the figures, but I don't think they are that good." And this is the thing. What have I said all along on the regular? People don't like, don't trust, and don't relate to Megxie. The people are not going to like, trust, and relate to what she's trying to sell in the first place. It's as simple as that. So I'm not surprised that As Ever hasn't been a success for her in the way that she thought it would be, according to sources. Are you? I bet not. Now, the source also says, "I know they just released a Sauvignon Blanc, but it's not going to make her lots of money because Netflix owns the business." I mean, she can turn around all day long and try and spin it in that Bloomberg interview, right? That she was all for going it on her own. But then Netflix made a compelling argument to be in on with it. Yeah, no. The only compelling argument that Netflix made that persuaded Megxie to let them in on it all was that Netflix was bringing in a butt ton of money that Megxie needed to lift her business off from the ground. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. Now, speaking of Netflix, yeah, she's now trying to blame Netflix, it seems, for her business failing, as Royally Sage points out here at Sage1411. As ever, Rachel is blaming Netflix for her failing businesses, particularly her brand As Ever. Because here, Royally Sage quoting from the article, an insider claiming Megxie's not making as much money from the brand as she expected due to the significant portion of profits that Netflix claims themselves. Yeah. Sure looks like she's now trying to blame Netflix for the failure of As Ever. Don't you guys think? I agree with Royally Sage here. Now, as a result, because As Ever has tanked like a freaking lead balloon and then some, yeah, PR experts are now turning around and saying that Megs is trying to rebrand herself yet again after the failure of As Ever. Here we go from the Daily Mail. It's Meghan Markle 3.0. Why the Duchess has set tongues wagging that she's plotting another Sussex relaunch as she holds cosy meeting with new editor of US Vogue. And so experts suspect a PR blitz with a photograph emerging of her said to be holding a solo meeting with the new editor of American Vogue, Chloe Mal, in a quiet corner of the luxurious Whitby Hotel in Manhattan. Meghan was also spotted without Hazza visiting her friend Gloria Steinem. And in a flurry of activity in October, we all know that Megsy popped up solo in Paris at the Balenciaga fashion show. And one leading PR guru with clients in the US and the UK told the Daily Mail, quote, "It's Meghan 3.0. She's on manoeuvres and looking for yet another relaunch." So, you know, when she launched As Ever and she was like, "You're now going to see the real me." Yeah, looks like we haven't, because, yeah, it looks like she's trying to relaunch herself yet again of a Megsy 3.0. She's gonna show us a different version of her real me. She's the freaking bed. But this is the thing. Either way, right? It's never gonna work, no matter how many times she relaunches herself and says, "This time you get to see the real me." No, it's this time. No, it's this time. No, it's this time. No. No matter how many times she tries to do that, right? It will never, ever work. Because again, she's got a likability, trustability, and relatability problem. If people don't like, trust, and relate to her, the people aren't going to like, trust, and relate to what she's trying to sell us in the first place. It's as simple as that. And either way, she has suffered from what many consider the biggest demotion in history. Here we've got Harry, Meghan Spare at VI Queenie on X saying the following: from Duchess to influencer, the biggest demotion in history. Yeah, I would say so. And just as a little side note, here is one of Meg's most recent Instagram video stories, whatever the frick you want to call it. And I paused it on this little bit here because I thought the cheek of the cowbag. This, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, is referencing what we call the big New York City paparazzi chase that they tried to pull on the whole freaking world a couple of years back. And she had to include that in her Instagram video. Just you wait in T-3, 2 for Megsy to turn around and be like, I didn't realise. It was just an accident. It was just a coincidence. Just like the shit she tried to pull with the Diana tunnel, right? Oh, it was just a coincidence. It wasn't my fault. I didn't know. Yeah, all right. Pull the other one, Megsy. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to Megsy sparking major concern over this alarming detail on her As Ever website that nothing is selling out now? And her brand has failed. What do you think to Megsy blaming Netflix for it, allegedly? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.